All right, so the first thing that we want to do before we get started on the next assignment is go through the assignments that are listed on here and just make sure that everything is turned in. A majority of you have finished and submitted both or all of these. But for the mutual fund project, again, make sure a spreadsheet and your prospectus summary are turned in. The make a case, dollar costs versus lump sum investing, Google Doc or Canva. And then for your IPO Canva poster, turn that in on Classroom, and then also make sure that you've turned in your research packet to Mr. Caps. If you've submitted all of those, you can begin working on our retirement planning project. You're going to pick up a packet from Mr. Caps, follow along in this video with some instructions to get you started. You'll submit your packet, and you'll also have a spreadsheet to submit as well. All right. Okay, so let's take a look at the assignments. All right, so this is going to be down underneath under the financial planning topic. Um, so you have two things. You'll see in your packet, there's a couple of different parts to it. The first part is just kind of a little web quest or a web search with some general information about retirement. In addition to that, there's two retirement planning videos on here as well. One about 401ks and also one about IRAs. These are really the main two retirement plans that exist, either from an employer perspective or from an individual's perspective. So check out these videos before you get started. But the web quest is really just some questions and then you doing a little research where you found this information. You may already know the answer to this information, maybe from another class or personal experience, but you want to go through and take some time and make note of the website or where you found that answer. Maybe it was your consumer class or your economics class or something like that. And then what is the answer to that question? Okay. And then as you work your way through, again, a little bit more on the different retirement plans. If you watch these two videos posted here, you probably should be able to pretty easily indicate with a check mark or an X which of the following apply. But these are also some shorter videos that you can check out as well. Uh, and then some reflection questions. Now, once we're done with all that, that's when we get into actually planning for retirement from an income perspective and from a budgeting perspective. Okay, so there's a lot of different inputs that go or that factor into your retirement income, and it's really random. And so some of you will end up with more money than others. It's not necessarily looking at it from a who has more money, but it also is looking at it more for a budget planning and a retirement planning perspective. Okay, so follow along the steps here, and then uh, you'll also do some estimates on what your Social Security benefits are, and then what your retirement savings or available retirement savings. Just kind of follow along in these bullet points here. I laid out the steps pretty clearly. And then obviously take a look at these links on here as well. There will be a digital copy of this packet on Google Classroom along with the assignment that you can click on those links as well. And then ultimately arriving at a budget for retirement. So, what is your total income going to be? That would obviously be your Social Security benefits plus any investment income that you have. Once you're through with all that, we're going to need to build your budget. Okay, there are some slides posted on Google Classroom along with the project here that say envision your retirement. And there's some steps involved with this. You don't need to do anything with this in terms of saving it or anything, but it will just kind of tell you and it will give you directions for filling in the spreadsheet that is also associated with this assignment. So everybody's going to get a copy of that. So as you go through these slides here, record your estimated monthly Social Security income from part one of your project. So that will go back to your packet. Step three, record your estimated monthly investment income. So you kind of be doing a little back and forth between your packet and some of these slides. Right? And then we've done a lot of work in spreadsheets. Uh, Obviously, just indicate what the amount in terms of a dollar is on this, and then what would be your choice. You'll have a decision about where you want to live. You may have again done this if you've taken consumer and you've gone through and done the budget project. Works very similar. Right? Uh, Again, follow along with those slides. When you're done, you'll turn in the packet for your research, but then you'll also submit that spreadsheet to Google Classroom as well.